All right, do you think today's the day that maybe we can get ready to do some spot spraying? I hope so, but let's find out right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. This, of course, is the 500 Oliver made by David Brown back in the 60s. And it's been sitting in the shed patiently waiting for something to do. And since our little Ford Jubilee is apart at the moment, and it was my previous spot spraying rig, I'm going to try it with this. Now, in the last one, the tractor gave us some wintertime woes and we had to straighten out. Tire flat, of course, which we already knew about. But then this was leaking too. And I don't know. I don't know that we really got it fixed yet. It seems like it's awfully wet. I suppose what I ought to do next in line is take this fitting out and reseal it. Make sure the vibration didn't crack it, but I just feel like it's up higher, and I don't know. We'll see. I think it's better than it was, because the time before it would make everything soaking wet. So anyway, not important right now. I got the wiring harness strung on this sprayer just to see how that would lay out. It's been my experience, though, that the cheapos, the switch goes bad, and so at some point we'll probably have to switch to my other harness I made, but whatever. So I think I got everything I need to make this happen. And the first thing we're going to be doing is swapping out and putting in these, because yeah, hitch pins ain't going to do it. The hitch pins aren't long enough to go between both. If they were, I would probably just do that, but they're not. So I'm going to mount these in there. And I'm thinking that's going to be plenty gooder to make this happen. So I'm supposing that probably we need to set her down. And we will also fight and struggle the whole entire way, because why not? That's our lot in life. So I'm going to get a wrench to fit this. And we're going to try to make this happen. All right. Let's hope that you can see that. And let's hope that I can make some sense of this in some way. I probably should have got a punch or something to hold this while we were tightening it, which I did not do. You would think brand new that the threads would work really good, but that is false. A false assumption. See, like there. Now they're pretty well crapped out on us. All right, you can see that, I hope. So let's just lay that out of the way for a minute. Let's just see what we can accomplish. All right, I have high hopes that that's going to work. Let's just see if we can't make this go. Well, yeah, you wouldn't stay put for nothing. So the other side is causing us grief, but that's fine. Let's just demount it because it's coming off anyway in a second. That'll let us do this. We probably should have taken that sticker off, but why? You know, nature will take it off through rubbing. So there's one. I think we're going to have something here, friends. Can we repeat our process over here? I sure hope so. I think we'll get it. Yeah. Well, that's not super tight like I'd like it to be, which means that it's probably gonna come loose at some point in our career, but that's fine. We'll weld them in then. Let's see about making this go. Well, yeah, I'm not doing too good today holding the camera, but that's fine. There, 3-point connection made. Really, this should probably be threaded out, but ooh, it still, I didn't know it would still turn. So that's cool. I don't know that we really want that because it might be, you know, not very many threads holding that. I don't know. It doesn't need to be level for what we're doing necessarily. Let's start her up. All right. So yeah, there we go. That will work. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfectly level necessarily. You know, when it starts getting where it's sucking air, we'll have to either let it down or do something. This is not probably the first choice tractor to use for this, just because of the unusualness of it. I don't really want to pull this in two, you know. I'm afraid we're not going to get there with it. You know, how much thread could we possibly have in there? Not a whole lot. Yeah, let's just pretend it's fine. It would probably be better to, that actually helped quite a bit. Maybe we should get a pipe wrench and try to turn that nut. It's probably the wrong way. Is that the wrong way? Do we want to go the other way? All right. I'm not sure if it's what the reason is, but it seems like the foreign tractors, the geometry is a little bit off on the 3-point hitch, and it doesn't mesh with the American implements, because it always seems like that top link has to be super long, unless they just are making their bottom links too long or something. I don't know. Now, where does this leave us? Well, I've knocked the tank from where I had it centered, but what I'm thinking, if I can get it back reasonably close to where I had it, I'm just not convinced that it's going to sit there all day by itself. I'm afraid that it's not going to go, friends. So I got a piece of angle iron, and I'm thinking about, I should probably just get it to show you what I'm thinking about, but I'm thinking about making a little leg I can bolt in here to hold it from going side to side. The straps would hold it from front to back, I think, but now I'm also second guessing myself whether or not I shouldn't you know, put a piece crossways to try to make it, give it something to butt up against where it's not gonna go. I'm tempted to, since it's basically only riding on this anyway. Well, that wouldn't accomplish anything for me either, though. I know what I'm talking about, believe me. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I think the only way to proceed with this is to just get started and start doing what I'm thinking. the straps will come down right here. So they would essentially keep it centered. And that might be okay. So maybe we'll make our little legs like I thought first, just to keep it centered this way. And then we'll attach our straps, and I think that it will hold, because I'm going to hook the straps back here, which are going to essentially, it'll pull over this, and it's going to hold it where it can't go any farther this way. And on the other side, the same way is true. It's going to pull up against the edge of the thing and wrap over. So I don't think it's going to do it. Maybe we'll try it that way. If we have trouble later on, we can always change it, because there's no right or wrong to this nonsense design I'm doing. It's just, you know, whatever we come up with. So I'll grab that piece of angle iron and we'll get a measurement. Ideally, I want to use the holes that are already there, and then I can use the hardware I already have. I don't have to make anything special, see? So that's my plan. So I would have to saw this edge down a little bit, but I think that would work. I'll just angle it down, and then if I drill the hole right about, though it's not going to let me go all the way up against it, is it? I bet this ain't going to go like I thought it would. I'd have to be all the way. I don't know, friends. See, I could go there and bolt. That would interfere with my grade. What's going to happen is it'll still work, but I'm going to have to make my own. I'm going to have to, shoot, what am I trying to say? I'm going to have to drill my own holes. And I hate that because, yeah, I mean, simplicity, friends. Simplicity. Okay, so I got another idea that I had way back when, and I think we're going to roll with it. What if I put the bolt heads in at least? That would kind of give it a, maybe if I even put some washers around it so it's up a little bit, that would give it something to bump against before it would fall all the way off. And I just so happen to have an entire box full of flat washers from when I went and got that 70 for that puller. So if I get a stack of those, I bet I can make this go. Basically, the straps are going to hold it tight. I just want something to interrupt its plans if it decides to vibrate one way or the other. See, I'm liking that. If I just keep on with that idea. That should be enough right there to make that go. See? We'll inevitably try the other side and then find out it won't work right, but let's find a similarly sized stack and stick the one on the other side just to make sure my plan's gonna work. See, already my plan's not gonna work. Maybe it's gonna work. My washers are too thick. That's part of the trouble. Let's try it anyway. Alright, let's try this one. Now, I think that's going to be pretty good. The washers are kind of round, so we can even take the grinder and grind them flat a little bit to keep it from being under such tension. You know, if we're worried about that, it'd probably be a long time before it wore a hole in the tank, but I think we got it figured out now good enough. where it's going to play nice. Might saw through our tank, but it might not. Yeah. Ooh, I like it. It's just barely cradling it. You can still kind of move it around a little bit. And I think that's what I want. That way it's not going to go anywhere, but yet at the same time, you know what I mean. It's retained, but it's not. So now we got to drill us some holes for our straps. And we're going to follow down in line where... Will that hold that? It will. Is that going to work like what we thought? Well, maybe. We probably need to go like that. And then it'll go. All right. Oh, I'm in here. I might as well appreciate it. You know, I did not get stuff exactly like I wanted it, but I'm okay with that. We'll let that out there. Get out of here, fatso. Get out of... So because, in that infinite wisdom, they welded a square brace. Not a square brace, but a brace to keep stuff square. What I'm saying, it was not easy to drill one of those holes for what I did. So, sure. So yeah, I'm thinking they're gonna go like that. And then it's gonna go like this. There. You can kind of see what's about to take place. But we gotta just make her the best we can with what we got. There. We probably should put something behind that, like a piece of rubber, to keep that from rubbing in there, but is it really worth it? Maybe it'll just be okay. And then like this. Maybe. There. That's pretty. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we got her licked and, you know, maybe peer pressure will make everything work the way it's supposed to. And then again, maybe the vibration will immediately saw holes into the tank. I don't know. I can buy another one of these tanks for 120 bucks, so I guess what I'm saying is it's not too awful of a thing if that happens. I do see an issue though. There's a piece of plastic down in there from when they made this, and if that would get sucked into our hose, we probably wouldn't have no pumping. Friends, I don't think I'll be able to reach it. How about that? I speared it and it stayed on there. Okay, well, it's on there solid. I think that it's ready for an inaugural run, you know. All right, so I think what I will do is take this up and put some water in it, and then try it with water just to make sure everything's a go. And like I said, I guess we probably won't spray today because it looks like it's just a little too windy, and that stuff I got for the fence line, I really don't want to be wearing on myself. So I think that we will just make sure that it's ready to go, and then on a day when we can go, we'll be able to do that thing. So I'll dry this up there and put some water in it, and then we'll give it a few test squirts, and then we'll go from there. Wonder what kind of chemical this tank is made out of that it immediately starts to foam when you fill it up the first time. Maybe they washed it out with some kind of soap or something. But yeah, we'll put a little in. We won't fill her full today. And then we'll give her a test spray. But already, it would still suck out of there because it's covered the end of the hose. So it'll get pretty well empty. And that's a good thing. All right, we got about 10 gallons or so in there. So let's see about making this happen. Oh, it's already running. Will it shut off? It does. Okay, good. Alright. Let's get this off of there. Alright, shameful weed patch. Oh yeah, we don't want that. I like the stream. A nice steady stream. Like that. So you can really let it have it. That pump is pretty good too, which time will fade it out. All right, I think we got us something. So yeah. All right, so I guess we will call this video. We're ready to go. We'll fill that up, and you know, it'll be sitting ready the first chance we get. We can go around and spray all our fences, and hopefully the stuff I got's supposed to be a one-season treatment, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe that's deadly poison and it's gonna make me violently ill, but hey, that's life. So yeah, overall I'm happy with it, and I think it's gonna be what we want. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment, and that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.